tonight.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Tough spot looking at 2nd and 16 here after the big loss. Back to throw. Stuckey. Throw left side complete. That's Reed. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. This defense for the Niners, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a big gainer on that play, and from experience, I can tell you, that's where defensive backs will come into the huddle and say, guys, how about some pass rush? But you're going to say it nicely, because those big guys up front, they don't like being criticized very much. Quarterbacks in this league, you know they'll pick you apart if you give them time like that to find receivers downfield.
Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Robinson with another carry. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Here's White. They set up the screen. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Robinson up the middle. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On first down, Stuckey. And he will throw this one out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Looking to throw. Stuckey. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Patterson's kick is good. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And a look here now at their fourth-year quarterback.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on this schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Now a play fake here on first down. Throwing left side, it's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. So the completion good for just 3. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown of the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. A 10-play drive that time. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
Oh, it certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard. Back to throw. Stuckey. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard. But more importantly, it leads to 4th down.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. pressure the quarterback, and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
On 4th down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. Runs through the contact. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Teron Johnson able to pick it. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown,
and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Josh Downs, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs have retaken the lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Returning from his end zone is Barner. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. Now back to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that.
A leap, and he's got it. He got it. Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great play there. 38 yards. And the Niners have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, sings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bucs ready to take over once again. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. The defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
Now a battle for the football. It's caught. It's a touchdown. A great effort there with his 13th touchdown of the year and second of the game. And the Niners will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point right down the middle, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute remaining, they may try to put something together here just to try to cut into that deficit. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Throwing again. Stuckey. There's a short one taken in by Otten. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. On third down, Stuckey on the left side, a catch by White. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Here's J.K. Scott set to do the punting honors. And just shutting him off there. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamel Dean. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely, and from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Here's 2nd and 10. They run the draw here with Robinson. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. So we've reached half. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well. And most importantly, partner.
And they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point. Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw here. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And he is going to have the 49ers first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. They run on first down with Jackson down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4. They could still get a first down without scoring. Here's a give up the middle. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Niners take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. There's a short one taken in by Otten. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw on 3rd down. Stuckey checks this one down to Robinson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. A good return there, 17 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here are the Niners to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's a 2nd and 5. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. A quick throw complete into the flat out left. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 24-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and they open the lead up now to 25. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. They start to drive with White. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Stuckey. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now, no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. On 1st and 10, Stuckey. And just not enough on the throw there, down around his feet. Incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete to White. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He's got his target. That's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 27-yard line. They'll look to throw again. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has, but in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense?
In his defense, I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Stuckey. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a 1st down.
Well, we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants his lead to stay right where it is.
On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Just keeping the play alive. Yeah, this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about. So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points. That penalty is declined. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back now comes Tampa Bay. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Over the middle, complete. That's Robinson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 42. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. A throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Back to throw again. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Over the middle, complete. That's Brooks. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Niners come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
Well,
Partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the 49ers, they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll be able to